What's up everyone, my name is Marie, welcome to my channel and welcome to another speed build. So for today's video, I'm building a little house in the world of Oasis Springs, and it's a mid-century inspired tiny home, I guess. It's not literally a tiny home. I did not use the tile count from Tiny Living. However, I think it should still be under 100 tiles, so the game should probably still consider it a small home, but I did use a lot of platforms and stuff, so maybe it's just a little bit over 100 tiles. But anyway, the house itself on the inside, it's still very, very small, and it's really cute. I really like how this one turned out. On the inside, it's definitely more on the colorful side. It's actually very colorful. I used a lot of colorful furniture, which was a lot of fun because I usually like to go for more neutral tones and then just some accent colors. But for this one, I kind of went crazy with like softer pastel colors and stuff, and yeah, it turned out really cute. And in the back, it has a little sunroom, as you can see, and I really, really enjoy how that turned out as well. So as you can see, I played around with a lot of platforms, so that means that the whole house is built on platforms instead of like a foundation, if you will. And so for the sunroom, you have to take a little you have to take these stairs down a couple of steps, and yeah, the sunroom is ground level, if you will. So I really enjoyed playing around with platforms for this one. Also for the facade, as you can see, I made a little staircase, or a little, yeah, just a staircase up to the front door, I guess, out of platforms that I thought was really cute. And yeah, for the shape of the house, you can really see it come together. It's just a modern, mid-century modern inspired shape. It has that large like chimney, if you will, at the front of the house. It's not actually a chimney, like it's not an actual chimney. There is no fireplace in this house, but still, I just always really love that that aspect for more mid-century modern looking houses. So I did that for this one. I think I was working with a reference picture or like a little render of a house that I found for inspiration. I didn't necessarily copy it, but I did look at it for inspiration. However, it wasn't exactly working out in The Sims, so I just kind of took inspiration to get started, and then I just really changed things up and made it my own. So yeah, I really enjoy how this one came together. It's a very small house. It only has one bedroom and a very, very small little 3-tile bathroom with just a shower and a toilet. So the bathroom is definitely very small. It's even just a 2-tile bathroom, I think. Yeah, it's literally a 2-tile bathroom off of the kitchen. So the bathroom is really small, but there is a sink in the kitchen right outside the door. So I felt like that was okay. But you'll see it once you move on to the interior. But yeah, we have one bedroom with a double bed. So I was definitely picturing a couple living in this house. However, I don't really have anything for their storyline. I don't know. I just wasn't really thinking of that for this one. I just really wanted to have fun, build something modern or mid-century modern inspired, and just have fun with that. Because for interior style, I really love playing around with the mid-century modern items in the game. I think it's one of my favorite styles to decorate for. And so yeah, I was naturally I was having a lot of fun decorating this little house. I just really love how it came together. And as you can see, I'm building it in Oasis Springs. So for the landscaping, since I'm building this on a grass lot instead of one of the more sandy lots in this game, I figured, you know what, I don't really have to go with a whole deserty style for landscaping. So I chose more lush and green plants for this one. And I think that makes sense. I think it really fits the house, and I use more purpley flowers and like blue flowers, as you can see. The landscaping is not too excessive, but I did want to fill up the lot somehow with a little bit of greenery, so that's what I tried to achieve, and I think it looks just nice. And in the backyard, we also have a little swimming pool, as you can see. I really like how the backyard turned out. At first, I was not sure what to do with it. I wasn't sure if I was liking it necessarily, but then it kind of started growing on me, and I added more like little plants here and there. And I don't think you can see the whole finished product in the speed build, like for the backyard, because I think I added a couple of things that really made the difference just off camera when I came back to it. to take the screenshots. So I did place another, like a few extra things in the backyard, but you will see that once we move on to the tour of this little house at the end of this video, and then you will see everything just finished, just the finished product, I guess. But yeah, as you can see, we are starting to decorate like the front porch. I placed that hanging plant from the Blooming Rooms kit. I love that one. I overuse it like crazy. I use it for pretty much every single build that I do because that hanging plant is just so gorgeous. And it's the perfect plant because sometimes you have like a little empty corner that you can't necessarily fit a plant in because the corner is just a little bit too squeezed, and then everything will start clipping and it will start to look a little awkward. But then you can just place that hanging plant because you won't really necessarily have that clipping issue. And then it fills up the corner perfectly. Like I use that hanging plant so many times. I'm like, sometimes I size it down, sometimes I keep it its original size. It's just a perfect little filler plant, if you will. I don't know, I just love that thing. So I use it for the front porch, and then I also used it in the kitchen as well. So I repeated it, I think twice. And then I used the hanging plant from the paranormal stuff pack as well, because I kind of wanted to use the Blooming Rooms one again, but then I was like, I can't do that. I have to use something else. So I decided to use the one from the paranormal stuff pack, which that one is also really, really gorgeous. But yeah, you can see that we have moved on to the interior of the house, and I'm using, for the first time ever, actually, I'm using the light blue swatch of the Dream Home Decorator counters. I have never used the colorful swatches of these counters, and I'm so happy that I was able to use the blue ones for this house. They look so cute in here. I love the color combined with the wood tone of the floor, and then combined with that yellowy, light yellow fridge. I just think it's absolutely gorgeous. I think it's so cute. I don't know, I was just so excited to finally be using the blue counters. I don't know, it's just because I've never used them before. I've never really had the chance to use them, or I was just a little bit too afraid to use them, and then I would gravitate towards more neutral tones. But for this one, it was just perfect. It was so cute. And then I used a stove from Parenthood in a matching swatch that matches the fridge a little bit, in my opinion. It's not exactly the same because they're not from the same pack, but they do kind of still match. And then there is no actual, well, there is a very small dining table actually in the sunroom, but then for the quote unquote main part of the house, I guess, I have these bar counters with a couple of bar stools. So your Sims will probably use those to sit down and have their food. But I just really love how the bar counters kind of look over the sunroom, if you will. I don't know, I just really, really enjoy the layout of this kitchen. It's one of my favorite kitchens that I have done in a while, I think. I don't know, probably also because it's very colorful. I used the light pink swatch of the coffee maker. As you can see, I've never really used that one either. So that was just so perfect. Yeah, I don't know, I just really enjoy the colors. And then for the living area, I used the couches from the paranormal stuff pack as well. I've never actually used those couches for mid-century inspired houses, but I do feel like the furniture that we got with that pack is definitely like 70s or like mid-century inspired, is what I've been told. And it really just looked so nice in this house, the furniture from that pack. So I decided to use those, a couch from that pack, and then chairs from, I think, the bowling stuff pack, if I'm not mistaken. But we'll see that in a second. As you can see, for now, I'm just cluttering up the kitchen a little bit more. And since I did not really have the space for a dedicated office area, I just decided to place a little laptop on the bar counter. So yeah, it's just kind of a multifunctional space, if you will. Because you can sit there and have your food, but you can also sit there and do some work on your laptop or what have you. So you can see that I mixed and matched a little bit of kitchen clutter as well as office clutter together. I just thought that that was really cute. But yeah, off of the kitchen, as you can see, we have the tiniest little bathroom. I did actually end up using the platform tool in there as well to just kind of make it a step down. I thought that that would make sense, especially since the shower is all open and stuff. You don't really want to have any flooding issues, which you won't have that in The Sims. It doesn't exist, but just for the sake of realism, I just enjoyed using the platform tool to kind of just make it a step down. So it makes a little bit more sense in my opinion. But here you can see we have moved on to the living area, and I used a light pink couch that I thought was so cute. And then I combined it with these chairs from the bowling stuff pack in that blue swatch that really matches the little throw pillows and the blanket on the couch. So that was actually perfect. And it also kind of ties in the swatch of the kitchen. Like, it's not exactly the same color, but it is in the same like color family, if you will. So I felt like that was cute. And then I did use a console table from Get Famous. That one is definitely very mid-century modern inspired. And it's also in a darker wood swatch that I don't really use throughout this whole video. But for that little console table, I just thought it was a nice little accent piece. And I really just wanted to make it stand out a little bit. So I chose a wood swatch that I didn't really use anywhere else in this house, and I thought it was perfect. And then we have that white little coffee table with a drawer underneath it from the Dream Home Decorator pack. And then I just cluttered up the coffee table a little bit with a little picture and some books and some magazines and what have you. And yeah, the living area is very small, so I didn't really have a lot of space for a lot of items. But I feel like it looks very nice and clean and colorful, and it doesn't really need a whole lot of clutter either because it is so colorful. So you don't want it to be too busy on the eyes. So that's kind of what I tried to achieve with that living room. And then for the bedroom, I'm using I placed a little accent wall with that wallpaper. I think it's a base game wallpaper with a pattern on it, but it's so cute. And like for mid-century modern homes, I just really enjoy using it because it looks so like mid-century modern to me. So, I don't know, I really enjoyed using that wallpaper for an accent wall. And then I combined it with the yellow, or not the yellow, well, I guess the yellow and orange swatch of the bed from Seasons that I was just kind of debating what color swatch I should use for that bed, because I was thinking that maybe the orange is a little bit too much. I think I actually ended up keeping the orange. But as I was building this house, I remember just being not so sure about it. And then I was just kind of swapping between the orange and the white swatch. But I thought, like, usually I would go for the white swatch because it's neutral. But because this house is already so colorful and just a little bit out of my comfort zone in that sense, I decided to just go for the orange swatch, because why not? And I feel like it combines very nicely with the black swatch of the Dream Home Decorator modular furniture. You can see that I made a little makeshift wardrobe area with that swatch of the furniture, and I think it just looks so good. The orangey wood tone combined with the black, I just feel like it's really, really pretty, and it just goes so nicely with orange, I feel like. I just think it is a very nice color combination. And then you can see that I made a little makeshift vanity that is absolutely not functional. It's just decorative, but I still thought it was really, really cute. And I did actually place a bookcase in here because there is no bookcase anywhere else in this house, so I decided to place one in the bedroom because it is a very, very nice functional item to have in your house. So for gameplay purposes, that is. So I decided to place one in the bedroom, and that is actually all perfectly fine. But yeah, if you wanted to go ahead and actually make the little vanity area into an office space, I think you should be able to do it. Maybe you might want to place over the door like half or like a quarter of a tile, so that you won't have any routing issues, but I do think it is actually possible. I just decided not to do it because I really enjoyed the kitchen area to be the office space as well. I just really like that. So yeah, that's what I ended up doing. But here you can see for the sunroom, I decided to place down a very small 2-seater dining table against a couch. So the couch is not fully functional. Maybe it is actually. Your Sims probably won't sit there and also use the table because that is just not how couches work in the game, but I still felt like it was cute to just combine the table with a couch to just kind of create the illusion that you can sit on the couch and still use the table, like have something to eat or play a game or sit there with your laptop or what have you. I just thought it was a nice little lounge / work / eat space, if you will. I don't know. I just really enjoyed this little sunroom. And then we have the sliding door, as you can see, that leads into the backyard. So for the backyard, for the longest time, as I was already talking about before, I was just struggling with it a little bit. I didn't really know what to do with it. I just struggled with making it look nice, but I decided to place down a yoga mat as well as a meditation cushion or stool or pillow or whatever you want to call it, because I was definitely thinking that one of the Sims living here could be into yoga. I just thought that that was a really cute idea, and I had the perfect little grass area in the backyard for it. So I decided to go ahead and do that. And then I placed a couple of loungers, as you can see by the pool, in very colorful swatches that I've never used before. The one with the flamingos and then the one with the little grilled cheese sandwiches on it, which I have literally never used before, but I just thought it was so cute. I really love that swatch and I should use it more often. Yeah, for this house, because it's already a little bit quirky and colorful, I just thought that that was perfect. So yeah, I'm really happy with the colorfulness of this house, if you will. And then I also placed a little modular couch, a little sectional from the Dream Home Decorator pack. It's not necessarily outdoor furniture, but I feel like you could always pretend that it is. So that's what I did. And since we're living in the desert, like since this is Oasis Springs, I felt like we could easily use it as outdoor furniture because it doesn't really ever rain here. Not that that matters. You can literally place any sort of furniture outdoors and it won't necessarily get rained on in The Sims. That is just not how it works. Well, except for with like electronics, those things will break in the rain, but not your couches or anything. So yeah, I just placed those. And then I also decided to place down a little grill. So we have a little grill so you can have some dinner parties outside maybe, or just grill up some food if you want to do that. And yeah, that is actually already going to be it for this video. So let's jump right into the game and I'll show you the house in real time. So here we have the little house in the game. The lighting situation for this lot is definitely not ideal. I actually moved the house over to a different lot for the screenshots. You can see that I placed it right over here, like across the street basically, to take the screenshots. But yeah, I feel like it looks cuter on this lot. So this is where it should go, but you know, thumbnail screenshot wise, I just had to move it. But this is the facade of the house. We have a little staircase leading up to the front door. We have a little bike parked outside and then the mailbox over here. And then when you follow this little pathway, you enter into the backyard, which as much as I wasn't sure about it at first, I just really love how it turned out. We have the little pool over here with a floaty. We have the grill over here and then a couple of loungers. It's all very squeezed, but I still feel like it looks really cute. And then we have the couch over here with a coffee table. You know, it's just cutesy and colorful. But then when we go back to the front of the house, we have the front door over here and then you enter right into the kitchen, which I really love. I think that this is my favorite part of the house, especially because of these bar counters over here. I don't know, there's just something about it that I really enjoy. So we have the stove and the fridge over here, and then this corner counter is free of clutter. So your Sims will use that one to actually do some cooking. We have a trash can over here and a sink. And then in here we have a little step down bathroom with a tiny little shower and a toilet. It's just very squeezed, but it makes sense for this small house, I feel like. Then over here we have the living area, which I also really enjoy. I love this pink couch. I've never used this swatch before, I don't think, but I think it's so pretty. So yeah, a lot of greenery, a lot of plants, and then we have a couple of chairs and a TV over here. And my Sim is just sitting here enjoying her little cooking show. Then off of the living room, we have the bedroom, which I really enjoy. It's very matchy-matchy. We have a makeshift wardrobe over here with a mirror and some clutter, and then a vanity that is not functional, but still cute, and also a bookcase. And then down this little staircase, we have the sunroom, which I also really, really like. It just feels like a nice extension of the terrace, if you will, especially because I use the same tiles. So I just felt like usually this door would be like wide open and I don't know, the sunroom and the terrace would kind of just be connected that way. Except for when it's extremely hot outside. I mean, then you probably want to keep everything closed and keep the aircon going. But yeah, still, I just really enjoyed the idea of these sliding doors being open and it all being one big space. But that is actually it for this build. So this small mid-century home is up on the gallery. I literally just uploaded it. It comes in at just over 50,000 simoleons, so not a starter home as per usual, but still not the most expensive house either, which is nice. I built it on a 20 by 15 in Oasis Springs, so if you want to place it in your game, it goes in the more like grassy area of the world. I think it would look nicest over there. But that is actually it for this video, so I really hope that you enjoyed this one. You can obviously go ahead and download it off the gallery like I just showed you. My username on the gallery is Simmarysims. You can also follow me on Twitter and on Instagram if you'd like. My username on there is Simmarysims as well. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, feel free to do so. And if you want to be notified of every single time I upload a video, just click that little bell icon and you should be fine. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!